This is the story of two unique travelers, neither of whom was born in Scotland, but whose most famous adventure began there. One was a man by the name of Lorenzo Lawrence, born to a family of famous showmen, traveling entertainers. Lorenzo was known as Lorenzo the Lion Tamer, as one of his many skills was taming lions. In fact, for years, his most famous act was to go into the cage of a lion and pretend to take a thorn out of its paw. Lorenzo became employed with Wanwell's Royal Number One Menagerie. A menagerie being a collection of wild animals kept and exhibited, something like a cross between a zoo and a circus. Lorenzo was so well known that he gave a performance for Queen Victoria and the royal family at Balmoral. Eventually, the menagerie was closed, and on April 9th, 1872, a most unusual auction took place at Waverley Market in Edinburgh, as the collection of animals were put up for sale. One of the buyers present was a man named James Jennison, who was one of the owners of the Bellevue Zoological Gardens in Manchester, England. Jennison managed to buy a baboon, an Asian antelope, a lioness, and a 7-year-old Asian elephant named Maharaja. It was decided that the easiest way to get these animals from Edinburgh to Manchester was by train, and so the now unemployed Lorenzo Lawrence was hired to get the elephant onto the train and travel with him to Manchester. Maharaja was loaded onto a train carriage, but began to move about and eventually broke through the wall of the train and also smashed his head through the roof. An article I read speculated that Lorenzo may have had a hand in the elephant's strange behavior, as he was a skilled animal trainer in need of a new job, and he could have signaled the elephant to act in certain ways. And Maharaja had ridden in similar carriages before and had a reputation of staying calm. But of course, this is all just speculation. What is certain is that Lorenzo came up with a solution. He volunteered to walk Maharaja from Edinburgh all the way to Manchester, a journey of over 200 miles that would ultimately take them 10 days to accomplish. And so Lorenzo set off with his unique traveling companion. They averaged about 20 miles a day. Never one to miss a chance at good publicity, the owners, the Jennison family, got word out of the journey, and so Lorenzo and the elephant were quite the celebrities along their route. However, according to a very popular story, not everyone was a fan. Though probably just an amusing tale, it is said that at one point a toll booth operator barred their way and began to argue with Lorenzo over how much the charge should be for an elephant to use the toll road. The story concludes that Maharaja settled the argument when he lifted the toll gate with his trunk and walked on through. Eventually, Lorenzo and the elephant reached the Bellevue grounds, where Lorenzo was offered the job of animal trainer. Lorenzo and Maharaja worked together for 10 more years until Maharaja passed away. His skeleton remains on display in Manchester today. Lorenzo stayed on to work with other elephants and animals. So thus you have the story of an elephant that walked from Edinburgh to Manchester. I hope you've enjoyed this short tale of an elephant. Until next time, goodbye.